We'll start the session in next 1 minute, guys. So first of all, very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening as per your respective time zone. I hope all of you are doing good. And guys, today we will be doing a very interesting webinar on the course, which is a certified fraud examiner. So this will be a very interesting topic, and this webinar will be done by our trainer Shiva Kumar. I'll quickly introduce Shiva Kumar. So Mr. Shiva Kumar is basically a seasoned finance, audit, and risk professional guy with the rich experience of more than 15 years. So he has worked with the lot of MNCs like HP, Capgemini, EXL services. In that he has done couple of forensics review, couple of risk management, internal audit, regulatory compliance reviews and investigation. So with his practical exposure and experience, we are very happy that he would be taking a webinar on a CFE course, and which will be a very again knowledgeful and again very insightful for all of you those who have joined this webinar. So without further delay, guys, I just wanted to hand over our today's webinar to Shiva. Shiva, over to you. The floor is yours. Please take a lead and walk us through today's insightful webinar.
Sure. Thank you, Sachin. I really appreciate it. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Good day, everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So today, many of us are highly skilled and highly talented with our bachelor's and master degrees. But still, we feel that we are stuck in one position for quite some time and looking for a career growth, looking for an upskill, maybe feeling that, okay, yeah, I need a bit more impact with my work. Or a recent graduate who's looking for a better start, not only routine operations. Or if you're someone who's looking for a holistic certification, I'll take you through one of the most respected and globally recognized professional certification in the field of fraud examination, which is the Certified Fraud Examiner, commonly known as CFE. So over the next 1 hour, we shall cover what fraud really looks like in today's world. Who is the fraud examiner? Why really CFE matters? And its benefits. And later on, we'll look into career opportunities and its exam content and subjects that are tested on these exams, eligibility and exam structure, and how can you prepare and clear the CFE with us. And very importantly, cost and study time, okay, where you'll be investing both financially and personally into it. Okay, feel free to note down all your questions. So at the end, we'll be having a Q&A session, so we can answer all your queries. Okay. I would like to begin with a simple question. You can unmute yourself for a moment. Do you think fraud only happens in a big MNCs or banks?
Sorry, sir, can you go again? I didn't get it clearly.
Okay.
Your question.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Well, do you
Maybe
think the fraud happens only in big MNCs or in banks? Only in a big corporation fraud can happen?
No, fraud happens everywhere, even in small corporations and companies.
Exactly, exactly. That's the reality. That's today's reality. Fraud exists everywhere. Wherever there is a money, trust or opportunity involved. So I have seen, so what I have seen is in couple of organizations, not one or two, many organizations, uh, they have policies. Okay, they have policies, but they fail or they become a victim of fraud because they lack professionals who understand the fraud in reality. Okay, that's where the CFE comes into picture. So who are CFEs are really are? So CFEs are trained professionals who can detect the fraud, investigate the fraud, prevent the fraud, and help the organization in designing anti-fraud programs. Also, they understand legal aspects. They provide litigation support. So the specialty of the fraud examiner is that in the court of law, as a CFE, you can give your expert opinion. The court will accept. The primary responsibility of the fraud examiner is to handle the allegation from its inception to reception. The CFE is awarded by ACFE, Association of Certified Fraud Examiner, which is the world's largest anti-fraud organization. Okay, what it does, what CFE does for us once you pass the CFE exam, it codifies and validates your expertise in investigation, and it teaches how do you handle the fraud schemes and the corruptions. Today, CFEs are present in more than 180 countries. Almost in every country, CFEs are there. More than 95,000 members are there in the ACFE. So they have been hired in government agencies, big four audit firms, banks, and mostly internal auditing. CFEs are best suited for auditors, finance and account profession, even the law graduates, compliance officers. Why? Why? Because it is not only the certification that says, okay, someone has done the fraud has occurred. It also encourages you investigate what was the intent of that fraud. Okay, and who really got benefited, and you can explain this to directly to the business owners. It's not only the reporting manager. You'll not be reporting to any operations. You'll be reporting to the CAE, who is the chief audit executive, who in turn will report to CEO administratively and functionally to the audit committee. So your voice will be heard. So if you're really interested and enjoy the investigation or critical thinking or understanding human behavior, like we're gonna see in the module 4 of fraud prevention and deterrence module, why individual in an organization, even though they have been provided a job, even though they have been given a good salary, a good promotion, still they tend to do the fraud. Fraud is never a rare or accidental event. It is always tested. People working in organization, they always test whether is there any opportunity where I can commit a fraud. If there is a uh, global report every 2 years once, ACFE, what it does, it's publishes its global report to nation report. One second. Okay, now can you see my full screen? Yeah. Here you can see many organizations lose about 5% of their annual revenue to the fraud. With a median case of 145,000 per case. Per case it is lost. Why it is mainly lost? It is not. It is lost only because there are trusted insiders who override the control, and there is no control at all. Even though control is there, the people tend to override it. There is nobody to monitor. A typical fraud case happens almost a year before it is detected. Recently, I had an audit in a hospital. In the hospital, in India, I'm talking about, in the hospital, the pharmacist was giving his own QR payment code instead of collecting the payment to hospital account. So here, this causes employee fraud. So if you can see the image, Even though the number of cases are more in the employee fraud, the value is always less. Where does the fraud actually appears at a large scale in terms of value is at the C-suite level, at the high, uh, where CIOs, CEOs, CFOs are sitting, there it happens. Why it happens? It's because they don't see as a their own interest. They always look for a company interest. Just because company cannot generate true revenue, they falsifies the statement fraud. Today's stealing money is not only the fraud. There are several methods. First one is mainly it is insider trading, procurement fraud, financial statement manipulation, bribery, corruption. These are the and mainly now emerging trend is identity theft. Because of this growing complexity, there is a huge demand for the CFEs. Okay, let's talk why CFEs benefits us. The first and foremost, it's a gold standard certification where a CFE earns more than 30 to 35% compared to the non-professional. And also CFEs, those are employed, or those or corporation employed the CFEs, they tend to uncover the fraud 40% sooner. And this is the global certification. It is recognized worldwide. Whether you're working in Middle East or African region, or if you're working in US, India, and Europe region, CFE carries its own weightage. So because it's a skill-based certification, it's not just like, okay, if you're a CFE, okay, imagine that you're a CFE, you'll not just see the numbers. You will see beyond the numbers how fraudster can think, who's getting benefited, what is their intent. There's a beautiful concept called fraud triangle. The fraud triangle explains why a person really steals, whether he finds an opportunity or if he is having a pressure, is he having any debt, or his family members are ill, so that he can steal the money from the company and he can pay for that. So CFE is always trained to understand those intents. Also, CFEs are trained how to conduct the interviews, how to value individual rights during the interviews and value their privacy. And also how the evidences are collected, for example, chain of custody. Why I was previously I was mentioning that court of law accepts fraud examiners' expertise opinion and our documents because of the chain of custody. We preserve the document as it is in the original form. So there are methods to preserve those. One is chain of custody. So this is the reason why most of the Fortune 500 companies are always opting for at least one CFE. Okay. So you can see recently I just extracted the LinkedIn page where you can see there are multiple opportunities once you become CFE. So you can work in anti-money laundering as an internal auditor, as a forensic investigation lead, or a compliance. There are different departments where you can be employed. And the industry that they hire, mostly banks, NBFCs, big four audit firms, usually IT companies and e-commerce companies, insurance, very importantly, insurance. So nowadays, what is happening is CFEs. Okay, when you say CFEs, now more and more companies are coming up with whistleblower complaints. They handle it very seriously and regulated. Now, for example, here in India, more than 1 crore if you lost to a fraud, you must report it to the government. Okay, you have to make it public. So once that is happening, not only the money, the reputation is lost among the customers. So that's the reason we always tend to do a preventive action rather than the corrective action. So what do we learn in CFE? There are four important subjects. The first one is investigation. So investigation teaches interview techniques, evidence collection, fraud case management. How do you make it as a case? So next one is fraud prevention and deterrence. So it has fraud risk assessment, fraud risk management, and corporate governance and ethics. Very importantly, where there are 8 elements where every CFE has must follow if you become a CFE. Not only passing a CFE, it's also important that you maintain those ethics. So, namely, I could say that if you know that there is an illegal activity as a CFE, you cannot become a part of it. And all the time, you have to establish your professionalism during your work and due diligence. You cannot do any task without care or a competency. If you don't know, see, you're into insurance, but if you have been asked to audit the retail sector, still you're not competent. First, you need to earn the competency. Only then you're supposed to audit the retail. And next one, I can give an example of fraud prevention and deterrence. So prevention and deterrence. Imagine that you're in a shopping mall, okay, and when you enter a shop, there's a CCTV. Below to that, it says that smiling, you're on surveillance. It's not a preventive method. The CCTV is not going to stop you. Okay, it will not prevent, but it deters. Out of 100, maybe 50% of the people think that, okay, yeah, I've been watched here, so I should not be doing. But the remaining 50 people still they think that they must steal. They will not stop there. What they do, they steal. But if you have a sensor on the exit of the shop, the chip is always present on the product. That prevents the fraud. So this is where the fraud examiner comes in. So they always analyze how to prevent the fraud. And the next one is the law. The law, we always look into civil law and criminal law. So whichever law is applicable for the certain cases. So CFE is a dynamic rule. Day to day, you will be having a different rule. It won't be a routine operations. And lastly, we'll be looking into financial transaction and fraud schemes, which is mainly focuses on accounting fraud and employees stealing the assets, misappropriation, and financial statement fraud. So here are the in detail structure. So investigation has 10 modules and the percentage of questions that gonna come into exam. Okay, here. Section 4 is the fraud prevention and deterrence. It mainly talks about the human behavior, white collar crime, and how do you implement the fraud prevention program and ethics for the fraud examiners. The financial transaction and fraud schemes talks about the accounting concepts, corruption, how different people can misappropriate the asset, identity theft, corruption, payment fraud, healthcare fraud, insurance fraud, and contracts fraud. And law obviously talks about the overview of our legal system. It's across the globe, it applicable. Bankruptcy fraud, how does the money laundering happens? And what are the rights of individuals when there is a interviews or investigation is conducted, and criminal civil actions, and finally testifying. How can, as a fraud examiner, I can testify in the court and provide my expert opinion. Okay. So for any questions before I would like to move to a sample question. Any question, anyone? Sure. So it's a this is an interactive session, so you can unmute. Please unmute. So
Hi,
we'll
this is Bhavik.
yes, Bhavesh.
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah. So I have a question. This
Yeah.
law
Can I
and
give?
financial related details are associated to which country? Is it for India only or US,
It's a
Canada?
it's a US and Canada. But
Okay. So,
okay,
okay.
but the thing is, it explains the overview of legal system. It explains what type of law is existing in certain countries. See, if you take an example of India, UK, and US, we follow an uh, adversarial law where two parties Okay, both plaintiff and defendant, they compete each other, and we as a defendant and plaintiff, we have to provide evidences to judge. So judge will act only as a referee. But whereas in the countries like European countries like France or Germany, it is inquisitorial. Inquisitorial is nothing but where judge himself asks for the evidence. So their parties does not involve unless the judge is requested for. So their expertise as judge. So in adversarial, expertise are parties itself.
Yeah, because I was asking due to like if law we are studying is US, Canada, and I'm finding particular job in Middle East and India. So I was just understanding on top of CF, this certification, do I need to study law differently for that particular country, or it covers everything? That's why I asked the question.
It covers most of the countries. So what happens? So once you become CFE, think that you join in an organization in the Middle East. Okay, before I mean taking up an investigation, you should always consult with a legal counsel. Every organization will have a legal counsel, so they'll provide you what kind of law that we are following. It's only two, either adversarial or inquisitorial. So we need to understand from the legal counsel what they are following.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, please.
Hello.
Hello, yes, please, yes, please. Go ahead.
Sir, CFE can benefit to chartered accountant also?
Yes. See, if you're
Hmm.
working in any of these
Hmm.
four subjects, okay, if you're a part of, I wanted to show you a slide which is in the end. Okay,
Hmm.
one sec, let me go there. So here it is. See, I just extracted some LinkedIn people whom I'm connected with. So you can see here, those who are a CPA, CIA,
Hmm.
CFE,
Hmm.
CMS, they always tend to have an expertise in the fraud aspect as well. If you can see many of them, if you go to LinkedIn in your country and
Hmm.
type CFE, you can see people
Hmm.
always have multiple. It is not done in isolation. They don't want to stop just because I'm a CA or a CPA or a CISA.
Okay.
I need not to be doing CFE. So they always look for an expertise. Organization will always look for a CFE who can handle the fraud cases as well.
Okay.
Okay, many of these.
Shiv,
Yes.
Shiv, this is sorry. Yeah, this is idle. Ideally, it's a very good exposure which you're sharing with us here. But give me a real-time scenario where, let's say, in the course of an eventuality, some God forbid, something has happened. Let's say, how do someone would go about, like a company would come and try to reach you as a CFE, or it's vice versa?
So you will be designated. You will be designated in the organization, and if you want to be as an independent consultant as well, you can reach.
I do got your point, but what I'm trying to understand, let's say, see today, I mean, we see day in and day out something or the other keep happening. But what I'm trying to
Yes.
understand is, like you already just shared some screen where you have, most of the people are with CFE.
Yes.
So I am trying to understand that no, does that mean that no, they are not capable or they are overly qualified? I'm just trying to understand.
No, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. See, how do I say it? See, all these certification or courses that the chartered accountant or CPA, they intersect with CFE. So, for example, if you, I can give an example out of the context. So, if you're a CIA, certified internal auditor, so you know end to end of internal auditing, but there is an element of fraud investigation in the CIA. So if you want to dig deeper into the fraud investigation, so you have to learn CFE. Again, in CFE, there is one more concept called money laundering. So you can see section 2, law, money laundering. So if you look into money laundering, again, it goes further into CAMS, a certified anti-money laundering specialist. So people who are working in the financial sector, they always tend to go to next level certification if they're into auditing or finance. So it's all about the expertise in certain fields.
Thanks.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Yeah, okay, what we'll do, keep your questions ready. Okay, we'll see a couple of questions, here, a sample question, then we'll move forward to your questions. Okay, the first question, it's an interactive session, so anybody can answer. Please unmute yourself. Okay, first question, Bruno has defrauded a credit card company. So the government has filed a criminal charges against him for the credit card fraud. In addition to that, a credit card company has filed a lawsuit, a civil suit against Bruno to recover the stolen funds. Which of the following is most likely taking place if these two proceedings occurs at the same time? So, what's your opinion? Anybody can answer? Like, more number of people answering is really better.
Parallel proceeding?
Parallel proceedings.
Parallel proceeding.
A parallel proceeding, option D, and any other options?
The parallel proceedings, sir.
Yes, parallel, absolutely parallel proceeding is right, because double jeopardy proceeding is once the investigation is done, if a suspect is either is they found incriminating evidence and he has been punished, or he's acquitted from the case, they cannot reopen the same case. So that is what double jeopardy is. Ex post facto proceedings is when the event happened, when the fraud took place or any event happened, at that time it was legal to do. But later point of time, they brought a law that's illegal. So punishing the previous crimes when that was legal is called ex post facto. Administrative proceeding is nothing but debarment or revocation of license. So parallel proceeding is the right answer, where both criminal and civil action arising from the same conduct. Next, from financial transaction and fraud scheme, Tommy, a controller for a small company, he took a large sum of money from company's deposits and concealed the theft by making a false accounting entry. The money that Tommy stole has already been recorded in company's accounting system. Whether it's a skimming, fraudulent financial statement
Cash
scheme.
larceny scheme.
Skimming scheme.
Skimming scheme. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, let's see the answer. So it is cash larceny. So if you look at the question here,
I have changed my answer.
yes. If you look at the question here, the line number 3, you can see Tommy's tool had already been recorded in the company's accounting system. So that matters. Before the recording, it's called skimming. After the recording, it's called cash larceny. The next question from the investigation. Management of ABC company hired Angel, a fraud examiner, to investigate Peter, an employee in ABC's accounting department, for an embezzlement. According to the fraud examination methodology, which of the following individual should be Angel first interview? So first one is Peter, second one is Amanda, a neutral employee, third one is Roger, an accomplice to Peter, fourth one is Lily, Peter's spouse.
Lily Peter's spouse.
Okay. Any other opinion?
B, Amanda, neutral employees. Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's look at the answer. It's B, Amanda, neutral employee, because there is some methodology. You can see line number 3. according to the fraud examination methodology. What is the methodology? It says is the proper interview order is this. First, it is always a neutral third-party witness where he or she doesn't have any reason to lie to us. Okay, for example, if there is your organization has a security, okay, something has stolen yesterday in the evening, so you wanted to ask a security individual, like, who was the last person who entered. Either he'll remember or he'll have the note that who has entered in his entry and exit. So he's a neutral third party. He doesn't have anything to do with a fraud that has happened or something stolen. So he's a neutral person. So he doesn't have any reason to lie. So first we should always interview the third party. The next one is corroborative witness. Corroborative witness is nothing but someone has seen this incident and has called whistleblowing hotline. So he is the person who's having the incriminating evidence. So he should be called second. And last before one, co-conspirator, accomplice. Here, in this case, Roger is an accomplice to the Peter's fraud scheme. And the last one is primary suspect. Why? It's okay. You can ask me why we interview the suspect in the last. Anybody? Any thoughts? Why we why we interview the prime suspect at the end?
I guess so that we can verify whatever the other ones are saying. The other ones are saying the statements, and we can verify from the primary suspect. Maybe one reason.
Exactly, it's one of the reasons. There is something called predication.
Predication, yeah.
Predication. So predication is something that you already have an evidence or some employee tip, okay, some sort of evidence. So you cannot, as a fraud examiner, you cannot walk into any department or any person and you can start inquiring about it. You should be having some sort of evidence, and as a fraud examiner, you should be authenticated. Yes, I seen this evidence and I feel that yes, with this evidence I can go ahead. So when you go to the primary suspects, you already have enough of evidence so that you can interview him further. So anything he's been trying to hide, it will always come up in the previous statement itself. So next one, from the fraud prevention and deterrence. So which of the following is not an effective response for addressing the risk of material misstatement due to fraud during a financial statement audit? Option A, using different sampling methods when collecting the data, assigning personnel with specialized knowledge to assist the technical issue, implementing auditing procedures on an unannounced basis, or engaging in consistent auditing procedures each year, which is not an effective response.
C. Implementing audit procedure on unannounced basis.
But it can be a matlab, it does it mean that it is a surprise audit?
No, in the sense, it says implementing the audit procedures. Audit procedures, we need not to inform anyone. We can implement at any time.
Okay.
Okay, so which is not an effective response. Not an effective response is option D. Option D. Why? Because every year same auditor goes to the same accounting department every year, and every year he takes the same sample. Imagine he takes first 100 raw values. So that means you are being an accountant, you already know that this is what he's going to expect. There is no surprise element. So there is no professional skepticism. So always being an auditor, there should be always a skepticism. There's a saying that you can always trust but verify.
What about B?
Assigning personnel when you are assigning a person with a specialized knowledge, like a CFE, like what I was saying about the hospital case, it was a CFE who discovered that there was a fraud with the pharmacy. So who has a specialized knowledge with the technical issue. So option number D is the right option. So we should be always introducing some sort of unpredictability to reduce the fraud risk. Okay, moving on to the exam details. So it's a 4 exams. Each so each individual subject are 1 exam. So it's 100 marks. MCQs. It's all MCQs. There is no in the subjective questions. It's all MCQs. So for each paper, it's 2 hours. And once you enroll and pay for your exams, and once you click on the active examination button, you will have 60 days of time to pass all the 4 sections. The passing score is 75, and you can take your exam at your home with a proctor present, or you can always visit nearby prometric centers. Okay, and let's look at the, like, when you begin your journey, how do you even start? So first one is you become ACFE member. Only the person who is a member with the ACFE can write the exam.
Hello, sorry, I raised my hand. I wanted to ask a question before you move to the next slide.
Okay.
I guess you didn't see it. Yeah. So I wanted to ask, once you've paid for the exam, how will you assess the manual?
How will you assess the manual?
Yeah, for your reading.
That we will come to that. We'll come to that. What we're going to provide, and from our institute, what is that we are going to provide? The materials and MCQs. We'll come to that point.
Sorry, I didn't get it clearly. Your voice went down. Please, can you raise your
Okay,
volume?
I was saying we'll come to that. We have that information in the further slides.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the slide. I mean, once outside the slides, although I asked a question in the chat,
Okay.
but if we are going to get the recorded video class for after the webinar and the slide you're using, so it will also guide us. So, but what I'm asking, like now, I've not paid for the exams, and on my page, I can't find the fraud manual. So I'm asking, once payment has been made, can I get the fraud manual for that reading?
Fraud. Okay. Fraud. Okay. We'll come to that. We'll come to it. No issue. I'll take you to those information.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So we were discussing about becoming a ACFA member. So only those who are member will be eligible to write the exam. First point. So first and foremost, you should be taking a membership. And second thing, you should be having 2 years audit and fraud experience. It need not to be exactly related to the fraud. I can, one second. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Related to fraud related experience.
Yes.
Okay, are you able to see my screen? Fraud related experience evaluation guide.
No, no.
And PPT is visible. Okay.
No, only the PPT is visible.
Okay, now can you see me? See my screen?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
yes. So this is the requirement that from ACFE, where you can evaluate your fraud related experience. if you scroll down, so it says that if at least 50% of your time is spent on fraud related tasks, okay, year from last 2 years, so you can feel confident, you can go ahead and apply. So there are certain categories that they have provided. So even if you meet 50% from somewhere here, you can always go ahead and take the examination. So if you're in finance and account and auditing, so if your task is recording the financial transaction, and if you're doing out of your 8 hours, if you're doing 6 hours, so it is almost 75% of your time you're entering the financial transaction, you're already eligible for it. It says at least 50%. So there are other categories where you can look into. It can be a combination. If you're working in the compliance and ethics, if you're in a corporate security and the loss prevention, where you safeguard the assets, you can mention out of 8 hours in a day, how many hours you're spending here. So that goes with the fraud investigation, fraud prevention, and any other legal services related to the fraud. And proactive fraud detection. So there are a lot of categories where you can showcase your time, and if it is meeting 50% and you have 2 years of experience, in that 2 years of experience, you have 50% of time that you spent here, you can always go ahead and apply for a CFE exams.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sorry to
Yes,
interrupt. So I wanted to say you that I'm qualified CFE already. As you know, sir, I'm your student, by the way. From 3 months ago, I had taken classes from you. So what I wanted to say is, like, it's not required to having experience. Even students like me, who is a MBA graduate with experience, without any experience, I'm qualified for the CFE to write with the 40 credits. So I gave the 40 credits with my 2 degrees that I already had, BCom and MBA. So I had submitted the student membership and then got the membership and applied for the CFA exam. So I'm a student right now without any experience. So I have mentioned in my resume that I am a student, qualified certified fraud examiner. So this will work in a future with the experience. Then I can get the complete certification for the CFE on later on with the experience that I can be a completely having the certification for the CFE. So right
yes,
now I have the without experience. I can mention in the resume or a CV that I'm a certified fraud examiner qualified. I'm a qualified student for the who is now getting the experience. So that is what I wanted to say. It's not limited for the experienced people. It is also widely open for students like me who wanted to join the or having to gain the path of certification with a fraud related or investigation. They can definitely do this certification. And also I'm really thankful for Shivam sir for providing me at a very reasonable price for the certification. Thanks,
yes,
sir. I just
yes,
wanted to share with this. Sorry to
sure.
interrupt, by the way. Yeah,
Hello.
thanks.
No
Hello.
issues. Yes,
Hello.
yes, yes.
Hello.
Please tell me.
CA student 2 year articleship experience are considered in certification.
Yes, as Kishan was mentioning, okay, I was explaining for the people who are having experience. So those are graduates. Okay, so writing a CFA exams, you require 40 points. Any graduates from any discipline, if you're a graduate, you can get 40 points. You can straight away write the exams. Okay, and if you're working as an articleship, that is also considered. It's a case to case. So when you're applying, you have to apply saying number of years I have worked as an articleship, but you have to clearly mention what are the domains that you worked in.
Okay.
Okay, it will be considered, and you can further write the exam. So writing the exam, if you're a bachelor holder, that's more than enough to write the exam. If you want to get the certification, at least you should be having 2 years of experience.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
and
2 years of experience is mandatory for in internal audit or fraud detection.
No, anything related. See, that's what I was showing. Even if you're entering financial transactions, say that you're in account receivable department, every day
Okay.
you download the bank statement and you start entering daily bank statement incoming receipts against your invoice. So you're entering a financial transaction. Any vouching that you're doing, it's a financial transaction.
Hmm.
Anything related fee, you can always apply for.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I want to ask a question too. I saw the space for part of the requirements, for accounting and auditing. So what about someone that had finance? Can we relate it to the accounting and auditing as
Okay,
part of that?
who don't have the uh, finance and account auditing
No,
experience
like
at all.
the cost of study, cost of study. Can you hear me?
Okay, the cost of, you're saying the cost of study,
Yes, 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 yes.
with TechEd Academy.
Yeah.
Okay, next slide we'll look into it. I'm really sorry to keep you hold. I'll quickly take you to the screen. Okay, once you gain your bachelor's and you think that okay, still I don't have an experience or I already have an experience, so you can go through a series of learning. Okay, you can also register with us. We have a 48 hours of live interactive classes. Also, we provide concept notes. So here it is. So what we provide as a TechEd Academy, so we provide concept notes. Concept notes are concise but complete comprehensive note that covers entire topics that are tested in the CFE exam. We also provide the 48 hours live classes on the weekends, so Saturday and Sunday, 4 hours each for 6 weeks, where we'll cover end to end of all 4 papers. And also we provide 1200 MCQs to reinforce your understanding of concepts. And also at the end of just before the examination, we also provide practice test. It's a mock exam where you can practice as a real exam environment. So that if you're getting more than 90 marks in a practice test, mock exam, think that you're ready for the exam, you can go ahead and write. So here, this is a very important point, manual. That's what one person was asking me. So we have a CFE manual, yes. So the CFE manual contains 2000 plus pages. And it's kind of a library. It provides for if you're taking one case, it provides with the example and step-by-step procedure as well. But it's a time consuming and it's not a exam approaching material. But whereas what we provide is the concept notes contains 10 to 15% of the manual, which is covering the entire examination. Along with that, we provide MCQs and practice tests, which is very close to the examination. So whatever you're required to study, with the concept notes you can study. Once you pass your exam, you get, as a CFE, you get your manual for free. Since you're a member, you will get your manual for free after passing the CFE exams. So any
Sorry,
investigation,
sorry,
yeah.
I didn't get it clearly. So you're not going to get the manual before the exams. Is it after the exams you get the
So
manual after
yes,
passing the exams? So
yes,
that's
manuals are, yeah, manual is available. It's a CFE official material. So CFE official material can be purchased from the ACFE portal itself. Okay, but what we are providing is
sorry for cutting you short. I'm not hearing you clearly. I don't know, your line is breaking from my end. So what I'm asking, is students to
am I
do.
audible now?
Yes, so what I'm asking is, once you pay for the exam, can you get the manual for your preparation as part of your preparation materials, or is after you've passed the exam, that's when you can get the manual? So that's what I'm asking.
Your voice is feeble. Can you please repeat if you don't mind?
Okay, so I'm asking, my question is as regards the manual. So is it after you've passed the exam, that's when you can get the manual, or after you've qualified before you get the manual? So that's what I'm trying to ask. For most of us, they also want to go through the manual for study.
Okay, but see, we'll as an institute, okay, we will not be able to provide the manual because manual is always available from the ACFE Institute itself, from the certification body itself. So we actually it's in the website itself. It's embedded. We cannot extract the manual, and we are not supposed to sell. It's prohibited to sell the manual. So if you want a manual to study, you have to purchase it from the ACFE website itself.
Hey, sorry, if I get you right, you said we have to go to their website to get it. So
It's
can
okay.
you get it?
Yeah, you can type acfe.com, and once you become member, you will have a discounts on purchasing manual. Otherwise, also you can buy the manual.
So, like what I'm asking, once you go to the once you've registered for the exam, can you go to the website to access the manual, or it's after you've qualified before you can access the manual? So that's what I'm trying to get clarification.
There is no link between accessing the manual or accessing the examination. Yeah, it's like any other website. You can go ahead and you can purchase the manual. There is no constraint to purchase the manual.
Okay, so what if you're an active member already? You've paid for your subscription for the year. Can you access the manual free, or you still need to pay for the manual?
I'm really sorry. Like your voice is feeble. Okay, if you can repeat, I'm really sorry. If anybody else can hear the voice clearly, can you please elaborate?
Okay, so what I'm asking is,
Anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me?
yes, clearly.
So
Yes,
what
yes.
he's saying is when you if you make the payment, right? If you want to take the exam, regardless, if you go to the official website and you make a payment, you can access the manual. You can use the manual to study. But what he's saying is on their own, they don't have the ability to sell the manual. It's not for sale. But if you go to the official website, you can access it, you can use it for study and prepare for your exam. But on its own, they can't sell it to you. But you can access it from the official website and use it however you want to use it. Even
All right,
after
thank you.
passing your exam, you can have it as a reference document.
Yes, yes. So
All right, thank you.
where the fraud manual really helps you is in a day-to-day work. So if you're taking an insurance fraud has occurred, so it provides step-by-step, end-to-end, and several examples it provides. So there you can understand what is the procedure that I need to take, when including all the aspects. If the fraud has happened in an insurance organization, so how do I further prevent it, or how do I further correct it and prevent it in the future? So the fraud has happened in an insurance company. So what is the legal process? What I can do? So that explain that you can go to law. Like similarly, it provides entire steps. So it won't be missing anything, but only from the exam perspective, if you see, studying 2000 pages is not at all required. You require hardly around 250 to 280 pages, which is 10 to 15% of the manual is really tested on the exams. All the remaining contents are really useful, but that is useful in your day-to-day work environment. If you have any question, any clarification, you can always refer to the manual.
Hi, Shivam.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, what is the validity of this certification? Because if
There is no
anyone has
expiry.
passed out,
There is no expiry, sir. There is no
Acha, there
expiry.
not. It is lifetime.
It's a lifetime, but
Okay.
but you have to maintain a CTE. So unlike other certification, where you have to mandatorily have almost 40 hours of CPE per year, the
Okay.
CFE is only 20 hours. So
Okay.
you have to always gain 20 hours of CPE in a year.
Okay.
Okay, and you have to pay your annual membership fees.
And what is the approximate annual fees, sir?
$62.
62.
Yes, $62.
Oh,
It's a US
okay.
dollars.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
you have
the
to.
examination questions, sir, which you suggested 100 question, it is per module 100 or overall 100? So for all four
It's a
modules.
per module 100.
Per
So
module
total,
100.
total 400 questions.
Okay. And what is the passing score, sir, out of 100?
75.
75%. Okay.
Hello.
Hi Shiva,
Hello.
can I ask?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I have completed my two modules. One is the investigation. I have cleared that also, and I have cleared the financial transaction and fraud scheme. So, do you have any mock test papers or practice test for the remaining two exams? If I want to buy. You have that
Sure, sure.
question.
So yes, yes, we can always connect you to the support team.
Okay.
Okay, they'll definitely they're gonna help you.
For the mock test and the practice test only.
Yes, yes,
If
yes.
I don't want to buy the other things.
Yes, it's a customized package. If you want to buy, anybody in the group wanted to buy a specific uh, paper itself, you can always go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes,
Shivam sir.
yes, sir. Go ahead.
How much duration required for CFE course?
So okay, that's what we need to discuss. So see, if you realistic time, well, we can say 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, maximum you can complete the exam in 3 months. So now, if you're starting by February, March, April, you can complete all 4 papers. So what we
Okay.
gonna do? So what we're gonna do here?
Within 60 days, all paper are clear, no?
Yes, yes,
If,
you can clear. You can clear. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, and
And
as
every
you,
module has the $480 fees, or overall four
no,
modules are
it's
480.
overall 480.
Okay.
Okay, there is a tax also. See, I mean, each individual countries has their own tax slab.
Okay.
You will be having tax. But what I observed is, if you're taking a membership, there is no tax. But if you're
Okay.
paying for exam, there is a tax.
Okay. Okay. So if you pay one time 480, then you can give the four exam within the
Yes,
60 days, sir.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So what I would suggest,
within a 60 days from registration.
no. Okay, I'll tell you how it works. So first you'll take the
Sorry to
membership.
interrupt again.
Yeah.
So uh, there will
you-
be a window. We can schedule the exam. We can, once we apply for the CFA exam, the window will start for the 60 days. So we'll be having the access for the 60 days that we can schedule the exam for all the four papers. We can schedule in the like on the same day, or we can schedule in the weeks. Every second Saturday, we can schedule the exams. So within 60 days, we should complete the exam. That is the maximum time duration for the CFE that has provided for the exam scheduling purpose. Okay, that is how it works. And also, I always recommend that if you are planning to schedule the exam, so you have to make sure that you take revision for the exam before applying for the next exam. So within the 60 days, you can complete all the four sections. So I did the same thing. Like I did first with a financial transaction. So first thing, I went for the first Saturday, and I made the next exam, scheduled the next exam within that duration. I took a revision for the what else materials that was provided for me. I took a revision and took a other exam, like for the 1 week gap. So within 60 days, I completed all my four sections of the exam.
If,
Sir, you can
if
take over.
Yeah, in that there is a point
Hello.
to add. There is a point to add. Let me tell you. Okay, he has explained very nicely. So what happened? Imagine we have paid $480 on March 1st. Okay, 1st of March 2026. So that payment is valid for next 1 year. So you can have 1 year window time open. So in between, what they do is, so they'll give you one exam eligibility button. Okay, there's one button, radio button. So the moment when you click on that button, the 60 days starts. So it need not to be, we need not to start at March 1st itself. You can take some time. You can take a couple of months, revise your concepts. Probably in the May or June month, you can click on that button. The day when you click on that button, from that day, the 60 days starts.
Okay.
Hey Shiva, 1 minute. I got to know that exam is for 1 year validity. For example, I attend the training for 1 month.
Yes.
Okay. After 1 month, I just go with the studies. Okay, what are the materials you are giving? I'm just going with these things.
Yes.
Once I decide to just go appear for the exam, if I go and click the window, then only it will be valid till 1 year. You're correct?
Correct.
And one thing, Shiva,
Mm.
I just want to have one conversation. It's a proctored exam, or it is
It's a proctored
easy,
exam. No, no, it's a
Procted. Okay.
Procted examination.
Guy, like someone will be the in online, right?
Exactly. Someone will be
I
there.
can write wherever I want in the country. It's Cliniban thing, right?
Yes, yes, exactly. So
Okay,
someone will
okay,
be there,
Shiva.
and if they find suspicion of anything that is, I mean, which is not a legitimate
Mm-hmm.
activity that we are doing,
Got
they
it, got it.
immediately cancel the exam. They forfeit the exam fees as well. So if that is
Mm-hmm.
happening, so next time again you need to pay
Mm-hmm.
$110.
Okay.
Okay,
The
to
reason why
reappear.
I'm curious about the certification is, I'll just explain you. Like one of my cousin, okay, she's like Pooja. Okay, she is a CFE. Okay,
Okay,
and like right now, I don't know whatever. Like we started a career like together. Okay, I'm an associate finance in PwC. Okay, and she's working in a fight fiber. And
okay.
right now, she's earning up to 35 LPA. Is it
Uh,
true that like we'll be getting a job after the certification up to 35 average to 60?
but the salary structure differs country to country and the position as well. Okay,
Okay.
but so this CFE certification will definitely gain you a job. There is no second question on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a job oriented. See, if you
Okay.
can take if you can take what to say, any part of this exam, it is
Mm-hmm.
not university provided. There is no university that provides
Even
exclusively.
even I checked on online, American Mortgage is offering the same, okay, openings with the 18 LPA for CFE.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, right. And even
yes.
night shifts are the, even like flexible rotation shifts are the. And even one of my friend also have completed the certification and wrote the exam, got certified, and searching for the better opportunity. But he did not got CFE. He got it something around analyst, fraud analyst, like something related to the thing. Okay, even he's having a good package.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, see, we on one side, even if you're looking at the package, but the other side, other spectrum, we need to see also gaining experience related to fraud, because it's not just okay. One time I cleared the exam and okay, that's about it. No, it's like day to day, you're gonna fight the fraud. So people will be looking for you. You see, as a CFE, your primary responsibility is to protect the organization and protect the people. So that will be there towards the end. Any number of years you study, you just need to go to learn more and more concept with the CPE. Once you pass the exam, n number of years, you can practice the CPE. There is no limit to it, and there is no like okay, only with the one organization I need to go. No, you can work as a consultant as well.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes. Go
Hello.
ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
Please discuss the difficulty level of CFA exam and how can crack this difficulty on first attempt.
Okay. See, the first thing is it is not an easy exam. So as we have seen, even though it is a MCQ, there should be challenge. It should be challenging exam. It should not be an easy one. There is a lot of content, but it's always comes down to the concepts. When you learn the concepts, now we have seen the parallel proceedings and the investigation techniques. So if you learn the concept, the underlying concept, if you learn, there is not even one question you will find it difficult. So
But
learning,
within 3 months, it possible.
yes, exactly. So as I was saying, so what we have done is we have taught hundreds of CFEs who has become CFEs, and with their knowledge, we have consolidated concept notes, which is hardly 10 to 15%. Everything is covered in an exam. It will come.
Or concept knowledge is sufficient for material for CFA
Yes,
exam.
yes, absolutely. And also we are providing live classes with a detailed explanation, MCQs. You can ace the timing and you can see the similarity. So our MCQs and practice tests are not the same as exam question. It is only to reinforce, okay, if I'm getting these options, so this is the concept. To understand the concept, to make you understand what's going to be asked, like how long it takes for me to understand the answer, right answer. Only for that purpose we provide MCQs and practice tests. And okay, two more thing I wanted to convey.
One more question, sir.
Yes.
Recorded lecture, recorded training program available.
Yes, absolutely. See, once we have Saturday, Sunday, we'll be having classes 4 hours, and after that will be recorded as well. So whenever you want to view the recordings, you can always view. So, but what I was really suggest is attend the live classes. So what happens if you're been attending a recorded session? So you'll always think that, okay, let me I have time, let me attend after some time. But if you're looking at the live classes, it will be interactive. Okay, and I would like to inform that on this 31st January we will be having a first batch.
31st January to up to till date till where?
Here it is. Here it is. 31st to 8th March. So there'll
8
be
March.
there'll be 12 classes. Okay, so
Okay.
weekend classes 4 hours, Saturday 4 hours, and Sunday 4 hours. Okay,
Okay,
so what
if live lecture is not attended if due to personal reason, then recorded backup is available.
recorded backup is available, and also we have concept notes. So what I would strongly suggest is, so whenever there is a live class is going on or you have a recorded class, okay, open your concept notes. The same concept note I'll be explaining in detail. So what you really need to know.
Okay. Or one more question is, if CFA 2 module is clear but other two is not clear, then how can
They'll extend it. What happens? Say, so take the
only two modules are remain, na? Then
yes, only two modules. Which okay, what happens whenever you pass an exam? When you're trying to book a next exam, it will not show you the past exams at all. So out of 4, two exams you passed. So when you try to book an exam, it will show only remaining 2. Once you pass the exam, you cannot take the same exam again at any time.
But fees is fully charged, no? Fully charged fees.
$110.
Okay, $110.
Yes, any exams that you flunked, God forbid it didn't happen. So you need to pay $110 to rewrite this exam. And also they'll extend the date. It's when I say March 1st to April 30, 60 days. So probably on April 25 you flunk the exam. They'll extend the dates. They'll not restrict to that 60 date itself.
Okay, extension option is available.
Option, yes. They'll provide you.
Okay, and how can CFA is beneficial for Indian people? Those are working in India.
Okay, if you are working in any MNCs, the whole operation, what we are doing is for the US, any organization, take JP Morgan, PwC, KPMG, we work for either for UK or US. Mainly they're located there. So the implementation really happens to their accountant. And okay, on the knowledge base, if you're working in an Indian company, okay, you can uncover always the investigation part. Only the law is applicable to the US, but the investigation means applicable across the spectrum. You can apply anything. Okay, fraud deterrence, you can see anti-fraud program as a CFE, you do not to be waiting for US company itself. You can apply in your Indian company. Okay, guys, if you're having time, look, I'd like to explain 2 concepts. So first one is segregation of duties. So there is something called ARC. What is ARC is? A is authorization, recording, and C is custody. As a CFE, you will not be having any of these. So what you're going to do is you're going to test all these 3, whether they are really working, whether authorizing person have access to recording, whether the recording person is having access to custodian. They should not be having. So it doesn't matter whether we are working in an Indian company or a US company, it's applicable across the globe.
Okay.
So, and see, CFE really teaches you how to be brave, because you're always on the right side. Okay, what is right? What is ethics? When the fraudster is against you, it teaches.
Sorry,
How do
Shiva,
if he has done something wrong, I'm the person who's going to ask the question.
Excuse me, is your slide supposed to change?
No, that's all. That's all.
Okay,
Right.
all right. Thank you.
Hello, Shiva sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Training cost is not mentioned here. How much cost?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's all from mine. Any, if you don't have any question, we can. I'll hand over to Sachin.
Yeah, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed these sessions. and we will be starting this particular training program. Let me just quickly share my screen also. And even if you have still any query, any doubt, you can feel free to ask those queries and doubt, guys. And I'll just quickly share the screen. I'll just quickly tell you about the program. So we have the CFA training program, guys, and you can visit our website to know about the training content and the program, highlight that what we will be doing and what are the things which is covered in the program. This is the batch. We will be starting this batch from a 31st Jan 2026, guys. This is a weekend only batch. Again, perfectly suitable for all the working professionals, guys. If you are a working professional, Monday to Friday, you hardly get a time. So, this is a perfectly suited for them. Guys, when you're not speaking, just mute yourself. I'll request you to keep yourself on a mute when you are not speaking so that other participants don't get disturbed. Okay. So yeah, this is about this. And guys, you can also refer to the entire course content. What is this included? Although the Shiva has explained very well that what all things we are providing, we'll be providing you all the materials which you require for the preparations. It will be a structured training where you'll get the conceptual notes, the PPTs, and whatever things that is required for the preparations. We'll be covering those concepts in a detail with the practical example, with the practical discussion, so that you can understand the concept, because that is what the main thing to clear the examination. Okay, when it comes to the cost, now guys, let me come to the cost part as well. In a current market, if you see the CFE course, people are charging 50,000 plus taxes minimum. I am telling you, our entire objective of this doing this particular training program, again, to provide you the structure material at a very very affordable cost. So since this is a launch of our course, we will be providing this course for 25,000 plus taxes, which includes the training for all the 4 domains. Okay, this is the price in the INR, and for the dollar the pricing would be a $320, which includes all the materials, all the materials which I have shown you. This includes the training and the material, whatever we will be providing to you. The training will also be having a post-course support. Like, we don't provide a training only for 42 2 hours or 48 hours. There will be a post-training support also, so that after completion of an exam, whenever you have a queries and doubt, we generally create a WhatsApp group also, guys, where you will be added and you can ask your queries, you can ask your doubts. The trainer will also be there in that group, so that we can make your journey to pass the exam much more smoother and the faster. So I hope, guys, I
Yes,
hope that you have enjoyed the session. I think
sir.
someone have raised a hand, and
Yeah, one more thing. On 31st January, first class, it's a complimentary class. You can always attend the class, even if you're not enrolled. You can test how the classes are happening.
perfect, perfect. So this is a very good announcement from this is very great announcement, guys. So 31st January, which will be our first class, will be a free demo class. You can connect to the team. Okay, you can connect to the team to get enroll for the demo session. Okay, which will give you a more
Sorry, hello,
confident.
sorry for cutting you short. Are you going to share the link for the demo section?
Yeah,
So that
what
we
you
going
can
to
do
access?
is demo session. You just need to connect to the team, ask them that you want to join a demo session, and once you do that, the team will be sharing you the link. Okay, it will be shared to.
Sorry, I didn't get it clearly. Will it be shared in the WhatsApp group or it will be shared in the chat box?
Basically, it will be shared with all the participants who reached out to the team. You have to reach out to the team, request them that you want a demo session. Then the team will be sharing you a link. I hope that it's
Also,
clarify your doubt. Yeah.
okay, so I should drop a message in the chat box that I want to get a demo section.
Perfect.
Hello. Hello, Sachin sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Rushikesh, tell me.
25,000 is a training cost, and exam fees is
Exam fees is
450,000.
something which you have to pay directly to the ACFE. Okay, which I
Yeah,
believe
that is
has
exam cost is $475. With a
Exam
membership,
cost, how much in exam in INR?
it
Uh,
doesn't, like, all this institute doesn't accept the payment in INR, Rushikesh. You have to pay
uh,
that in a dollar only. Whatever the conversion rate is, that will be applied to the fees.
okay. Okay, $450 plus taxes, है ना?
Whatever taxes, yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. India taxes means foreign taxes.
Whatever
No,
Rushikesh,
Indian
like
taxes,
there are
yeah.
different taxes like GSTs, VAT, or whatever the taxes would be there.
Okay.
Okay. So let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a $480 before tax. For India, it is 18% GST is charged. Again, that is charged in the USD itself.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens when you make a payment? You're supposed to make a
Mhm.
payment only via credit card.
Okay.
Okay, so that credit card will be charged in USD at the first time when you're charging your card. So when you
Okay.
get the bill, so there will be
Hmm.
a conversion to INR, and then you get a bill of a credit card.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so 480 plus 18, I think around $560 somewhere it will come.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, and the demo session, what
Yes,
we were
Shiva,
discussing.
one
Yes,
query.
yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, actually, for this 4 exams, like $480, right?
Yes,
Four
yes.
papers.
4 papers, $480.
And before that, we need to enroll like membership.
Membership, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, and one interesting thing I wanted to share with you. So the CPE, I was saying that once you pass the exam, you have to earn CPE, right? It is not when you pass the exam, it is always when you take the membership. If you're taking the membership on April 1st, so your due for the CPE will be next year, April. Okay, so imagine you take a membership in the month of April and you pass the exam in August. So it doesn't start from the August, it starts from April. So first year it will be free, so you need not to earn any CPs. From the second year onwards, every April there is membership annual anniversary. On that day, you're supposed to complete the 20 CPE. And CPs it's pretty easy. You can get many CPs in the ACAP website itself. And also there will be a huge number of CPs that they are provided in the forums. So wherever there is a CPs are provided, so we'll always link to you. You can attend those webinars. So CPs are mainly, it's a continuous professional education where current trends are always taught. It is to keep us updated. So any other question? Any other questions?
Perfect, guys.
Sir,
Any other query, any other doubt? Yeah.
sir, material are provided in PDF form, no? Is not hard copy, no?
Yeah,
Yes,
everything
yes.
will be online.
Okay.
Perfect, guys. Any other query, any other doubt? Perfect. So whosoever wants to join the live session, guys, you can connect to our team. Lalit is there, Monica is there from our team. We'll be sharing their numbers and the contact details in the WhatsApp group if you are there. And those who are not in a WhatsApp group, I think Shiva, you have that link of our WhatsApp community which we have created. If you can quickly share that also, so that whosoever is not in a group, they can also join the group.
Okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, any query, any doubt, guys? Rushikesh, you have raised your hand.
No, sir, no. No,
Okay.
no anything.
Someone, Vinutan, have raised a hand since long. Do you have any query? I can see.
It's clear. It's clear. It's clear.
Perfect. Okay, let
Shiva.
me just lower down your hands, guys. Any other query, any other doubt, guys, feel free to ask. I hope you all have enjoyed the session. I am also
Yes, thank you
sharing.
very, thank
Yeah,
you very much for the section. I've really learned a lot, and I'm waiting for the response. Which of the WhatsApp group are we going to join?
yeah.
Okay.
Shiva will also share that.
I can share my screen. Here
Meanwhile,
if you
guys, I have
can,
also
Okay.
shared you the feedback form link. Okay,
if
please
you can
give us
scan
your
it.
valuable feedback. Okay, we'll be looking towards your feedback also. So you can get provide the feedback, and based on your feedback, you'll also get a CP certificate for the webinar which you have attended. So feel free to share the feedback form, guys. Yeah. So this is the link. I think you can just quickly scan a link to quickly join the group. Everyone, whosoever is not in a WhatsApp group, can quickly share scan this QR and you can join the group.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Anything else that you want to discuss before we wind up the session?
I'm sorry, I want to ask on the form, the course there is ICGR. Okay, yeah, I got all that one. Thank you. So we'll be looking for the.
Okay, okay.
I think we can wind up the session.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and special thanks to Shiva. Thank you so much for taking out your time and giving us such an insightful session, Shiva. We are looking forward to more such webinars and taking more of your time to discuss the things. Yeah.
Thank you, Sachin.
Okay, okay, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Yeah. See you in some other webinars and sessions.
Bye.